people want to define Gen Z, but that's our job.
I wait tables, but last week I built a field hospital.
I put out a forest fire.
I stopped 1,000 attackers.
And a natural disaster.
I've saved lives.
And led a team on patrol.
I serve.
Well, I go to school full-time.
While I work full-time.
The greater the challenge, the stronger we become.
Make a bold impression when you show up in a new Kia from Cartown Kia.
Save $4,250 off a new 2024 Kia Sorento or lease for $279 down and $279 per month. And new 2024 Kia Fortes, just $229 down and $229 per month. Or save more with rates as low as 0.9%.
And don't forget our 10-year, 100,000-mile limited warranty. Give them something to talk about in a new Kia from Cartown Kia and CartownKiaUSA.com.
Calling all football fans. Come on down to Roosters, where the wings are hot, the drinks are cold, and the good times never stop. Roosters is where you can catch all the action of the game and enjoy a delicious meal. Choose from 15 varieties of sauces. Even try our burgers, salads, and out-of-this-world pizzas. Something for everyone at Roosters. Dine in, carry out, or let us cater. Open late for the Night Owls. Visit our Richmond Road location or off Nicholasville Road by Walmart.
I love Head Start.
Children love Head Start, and you will too. Community Action Council's prep academies are hiring now. Head Start is an early childhood education program for children from birth to age 5. Help us give more children the Head Start advantage.
Teacher, what are you waiting for?
Join our team of dedicated education professionals. Apply online today at comaction.org. What are you waiting for?
Are you an HVAC and refrigeration tech looking for new opportunities? Tech24 is your single source for commercial HVAC, refrigeration, and kitchen equipment maintenance all across the country. We have exciting career opportunities with great pay and benefits in your area. To learn more, contact Brad at 864-549-8344 and check us out on the web at mytech24.com. 864-549-8344.
You're watching Central Kentucky High School Basketball from Glycod.
We're back at Bryan Station High School, just minutes away from game time now as the Bryan Station defenders get set to take on the Paul Lawrence Dunbar Bulldogs. And we are going to take a look at tonight's keys to the game, as presented by Tech24. Seeking a fresh start to your career? Tech24 is a commercial food service repair service company that is hiring in Lexington. For more information, contact Brad Wilson at 864-549-8344. And Sean Woods joins us now, former Wildcat and former college coach at Mississippi Valley State and Morehead State University and Southern University. Sean, really great to have you with us, and tell us about those keys to the game.
Glad to be here, man. You know, Dunbar's very, very young, so they don't have one person that's played varsity basketball ever, and they're kind of getting their feet wet a little bit. Unfortunately, that they're going against the most veteran team in Lexington in the Bryan Station defenders. But the keys for Dunbar is to take care of the ball versus Bryan Station's pressure. To block out, got to be able to match their physicality. Very young team, so just compete and don't get lost in the moment. With this being your first real city game. You know, so it's going to take a lot of points. It's going to be a lot of growing up to do, especially for the Dunbar Bulldogs.
And of course, for Bryan Station, they got to apply that pressure, don't they?
No doubt about it. They got to jump on this young team early. They got to take advantage of their experience. You know, really speed them up. Continue to pose their will on Dunbar because of their youth and their size, and then also keep the pressure up. And as long as they do that, I think they'll have a really easy night tonight because of experience, size, and strength.
Those are the keys to the game presented by Tech 24. This broadcast is authorized by Bryan Station High School with production rights owned by Glycod. Our aim is to provide the most positive representation for all participating student athletes, coaches, and game personnel. Thank you for watching. Back with more of our pregame show, including comments of Coach Champ Ligon in just a moment here on Glycod.
New year means next level math, but even the best teachers can't always provide the personal attention each child needs. Mathnasium has a solution to help any student excel. Our caring, highly trained instructors use a range of teaching modes that ensure true foundational understanding. We're not about rote memorization. The Mathnasium method develops the critical thinking and problem-solving skills they need to succeed, with the option to learn face-to-face online at home or face-to-face at one of our 1,000 neighborhood learning centers. Mathnasium, we're changing lives through math.
At Don Franklin, we're about more than just selling cars. We're about families, generations of them. Founded by my parents in 1968, we've been here growing alongside you. From the first family car to the newest model for the next generation, our values of trust, care, and commitment are in every handshake, every deal. With over 5,000 vehicles to choose from, check them all out at DonFranklinAuto.com. Don Franklin, driven by family.
New recruit, take advantage of our apprenticeship program. Come out of our 4-year course debt-free. With health insurance, a guaranteed pension, a degree, and an electrical license.
3 words I'd use to describe the apprenticeship are opportunity, skillful, educational,
solid career path,
rewarding, beneficial, and a brotherhood.
A life-changing opportunity.
The cost of school is free. All your books are paid for.
You go to school once every 2 weeks. All the other stuff is on-the-job training.
The teachers here are great. They're all very, very knowledgeable.
They're preparing you for what you're already seeing in the field.
If you're struggling with something in school, sometimes your fellow students can help you work through that.
Everyone's willing to help each other. It's like a big family.
I love being a part of a union, something bigger than myself.
This field is so vast. You can find something that you really love to do because there is so much you can do.
I went from a job to a life-changing career.
Power up your potential with the IBEW.
Home of excellent service, support, and satisfaction, Lexington Outdoor Power Equipment is your one-stop mower shop. Family owned since 1985, Lexington Outdoor offers top brands like Husqvarna, Toro, Grasshopper, and Echo. Plus, free pickup and delivery. Located just 2 miles west of Douglas High School, they're open weekdays and most Saturday mornings. For more info, stop in or visit their website at lexoutdoorpower.com. Lexington Outdoor Power Equipment, the right equipment for the right job.
Stuck on the road? Call Martin's Peterbilt Mobile Service. Our 24/7 commercial roadside service, truck and trailer repair, and warranty service will have you back on the road in no time. Call us 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Martin's Peterbilt, keeping you rolling.
You're watching Central Kentucky High School Basketball from Glycod.
Talking with Bryan Station coach Champ Ligon. And coach, we're very, very early in the season, of course, but what have you seen in terms of progress as getting in the direction you want to go?
Well, every day is a work in progress, but we came out and played a really good team in Montgomery County first night out, and I was really pleased with the effort we played. Our defense looked about as well as it has, and since I've been back. And we didn't shoot it all that well, but we were still able to stretch it out in the end.
And your team plays what I would call a relentless style of play. I mean, you keep coming at them on defense, you drive hard to the basket. That's all part of the plan, right?
Yeah, we've got to do a better job of pushing the ball. Like, if you saw us practice, we press each other in practice, but our presses don't slow us down. In the game, another team presses us, we slow down. It's not their press, it's us. So we've got to work on that. I mean, like tonight, if they're not pressing, we should be throwing the ball to beyond the top of the key on the outlet pass, when they do score. Hopefully they don't score a lot, but we tend to slow ourselves down, and that's something we got to work on because that's what we're about. Relentless pressure both ways.
Amari Owens had 33 the other night. He drives so hard to the basket. That's his strength, and I'm sure that he's encouraged to do that. It's just part of the attack.
Yeah, a lot of the things we do are designed for him. He's a special talent. We call him the cheat code, because when we need a play made, he'll go out there and make a play. The other night, he kind of put the team on his back in the second half because we were struggling and not shooting it well, and they were zoning us, and eventually he figured it out, and, he just got it to the basket time and time again against their zone. Now, if we'd ran the ball better, we wouldn't have to face that zone so much.
What about facing Dunbar tonight? Kind of a young team getting started with George Baker, the new coach. What do you have to do to come out and take charge right away?
Well, that was important. And against Montgomery County, we talked about getting off to a fast start, and they literally called the timeout 2 minutes in the game, and they had 4 turnovers and no shots. So that's what I call a fast start. So hopefully we maybe can repeat that tonight. We've got a height advantage. We'll run our tip play. Hopefully we'll score 2 right off the tip and get right into our presses and get going. Dunbar is young. They're building. A lot of these guys, hopefully, they're going to play in both games. So by the time they get to the varsity game, hopefully we've already got them worn down a little bit. But it's just about us coming out and imposing our will on the other team and doing what we want to do and what we work on.
All right. Thanks very much. Good luck tonight.
Oh, thank you very much.
All right. We'll be right back on Glycod.
Central Kentucky Driving School is raising the bar in driver education because the safety of their students is too important for anything less. Offering driver training for teens and adults, Central Kentucky Driving School will equip you with the skills needed to become a safe and confident driver. A proud community partner, Central Kentucky Driving School invests in their students and families and guides you every step of the way. For more information, give them a call at 859-538-7775 or visit drivecky.com.
Let's get real. With us, you'll get a great education that can lead to a great career faster. Even better, you won't end up with crippling debt. College for the real world. College for your world.
Calling all football fans. Come on down to Roosters, where the wings are hot, the drinks are cold, and the good times never stop. Roosters is where you can catch all the action of the game and enjoy a delicious meal. Choose from 15 varieties of sauces. Even try our burgers, salads, and out-of-this-world pizzas. Something for everyone at Roosters. Dine in, carry out, or let us cater. Open late for the Night Owls. Visit our Richmond Road location or off Nicholasville Road by Walmart.
We all want our kids to grow up safe and healthy, so we show them how, and we tell them with honest conversations that let them know what we expect. That's especially important when it comes to alcohol and other drugs. Kids need to know the dangers and how to avoid them. And when it comes to pain medications, opioids, they need to know that they should never be taken without a prescription and never shared with friends or family. It's dangerous and illegal. So talk with your kids, because when you talk, they hear you.
People want to define Gen Z, but that's our job.
I wait tables, but last week I built a field hospital. I put out a forest fire. I stopped 1,000 attackers.
And a natural disaster.
I've saved lives. And led a team on patrol.
I serve.
Well, I go to school full-time. While I work full-time.
The greater the challenge, the stronger we become.
This segment of tonight's game is brought to you by the Kentucky Army National Guard. Serve your country while going to school or work full-time. Find your fit at nationalguard.com.
Back at Bryan Station High School, tonight's starting lineups are brought to you by Roosters, a fun, casual place and a great place to watch tonight's game on Glycod. Visit any of their 3 Central Kentucky locations or order online at roosterswings.com. And you take a look at the Dunbar starters as we expect them tonight. Dunbar played last night against Bluegrass Unity, the home school, and lost that one 61-60. And they played back on Monday night at Bourbon County and dropped a close one there, 57-53. So Clayton Hill, Landon Egner, Asher Horn among the key players for Dunbar as they enter their first season under George Baker. And for Bryan Station tonight, some familiar names as the defenders will start Justin Richmond, Amari Owens, one of the great drivers and penetrators in high school basketball this year in Kentucky, Rashad Faulkner, and Antoine Burton, Tayshawn Adams give them a lot of weapons up front as well, and also defensively. So those are your starting lineups. And we will take one final pregame break and be right back in just a moment on Glycod.
Calling all football fans. Come on down to Roosters, where the wings are hot, the drinks are cold, and the good times never stop. Roosters is where you can catch all the action of the game and enjoy a delicious meal. Choose from 15 varieties of sauces. Even try our burgers, salads, and out-of-this-world pizzas. Something for everyone at Roosters. Dine in, carry out, or let us cater. Open late for the Night Owls. Visit our Richmond Road location or off Nicholasville Road by Walmart.
From Glycod, it's Central Kentucky High School basketball. Presented by Bluegrass Community and Technical College. College for the real world. College for your world. Tonight's game is brought to you by Cartown Kia in Nicholasville. Movement that inspires. IBEW Local 369. Power up your potential. Mathnasium of East and West Lexington, changing lives through math. Roosters, a fun, casual place for wings and more. Martin's Peterbilt of Central Kentucky, Community Action Council, New Vista, Tech 24, Lexington Outdoor Power Equipment, and Fast Signs. Now courtside for all the action from Glycod on Central Kentucky High School basketball. Presented by Bluegrass Community and Technical College.
We're at Bryan Station High School, just moments away from game time now as the defenders take on the Paul Lawrence Dunbar Bulldogs. Glad you're with us on Glycod tonight as we get ready for the national anthem here at Bryan Station High School, and we'll have basketball shortly.
Central Kentucky Driving School is raising the bar in driver education because the safety of their students is too important for anything less. Offering driver training for teens and adults, Central Kentucky Driving School will equip you with the skills needed to become a safe and confident driver. A proud community partner, Central Kentucky Driving School invests in their students and families and guides you every step of the way. For more information, give them a call at 859-538-7775 or visit drivecky.com.
Let's get real. With us, you'll get a great education that can lead to a great career faster. Even better, you won't end up with crippling debt. College for the real world. College for your world.
Calling all football fans. Come on down to Roosters, where the wings are hot, the drinks are cold, and the good times never stop. Roosters is where you can catch all the action of the game and enjoy a delicious meal. Choose from 15 varieties of sauces. Even try our burgers, salads, and out-of-this-world pizzas. Something for everyone at Roosters. Dine in, carry out, or let us cater. Open late for the Night Owls. Visit our Richmond Road location or off Nicholasville Road by Walmart.
We all want our kids to grow up safe and healthy, so we show them how, and we tell them with honest conversations that let them know what we expect. That's especially important when it comes to alcohol and other drugs. Kids need to know the dangers and how to avoid them. And when it comes to pain medications, opioids, they need to know that they should never be taken without a prescription and never shared with friends or family. It's dangerous and illegal. So talk with your kids, because when you talk, they hear you.
People want to define Gen Z, but that's our job.
I wait tables, but last week I built a field hospital. I put out a forest fire. I stopped 1,000 attackers.
And a natural disaster.
I've saved lives. And led a team on patrol.
I serve.
Well, I go to school full-time. While I work full-time.
The greater the challenge, the stronger we become.
Have a good time, man. Try away.
This segment of tonight's game is brought to you by the Kentucky Army National Guard. Serve your country while going to school or work full-time. Find your fit at nationalguard.com.
Just about set for basketball now as we get our start to this ball game. The Bryan Station Defenders, the Paul Laurence Dunbar Bulldogs, and Sean, as we were talking earlier, this is, at least at first glance, a very tough matchup for Dunbar tonight.
No doubt about it. It's, anything can happen in a big city rival like this, but right now, Dunbar is playing with just so many inexperienced guys. This is their first year ever playing varsity basketball, and coming into an environment like this, with the Bryan Station Defenders, who I picked to win the city. It's going to be a tough task for them, but it'll be a great experience also.
And we are underway. Bryan Station has the first possession. That's Amari Owens. Watch for him tonight. Very quick on the dribble, and he will drive at the first opportunity, although Dunbar is in his zone to open shot.
Well, it's smart on George Baker's part, because mano a mano, man-to-man, I don't think that Dunbar can really match up to him. So what they're trying to do is slow Bryan Station down as much as possible, make them settle for jump shots, and really try to rebound the ball when the ball hits the rim.
They tried to go inside to Adams that time. Ball was tipped out of bounds. A couple of changes on that Dunbar lineup. Landon Egner, a starter, is wearing 31 instead of 55. We also have Josh Goodpaster in there, number 20 for Dunbar, in addition to the players that we mentioned to you earlier. Dunbar on the attack, surrounded there, but Egner gets under, and the shot is blocked by Burton. Defenders come away with it.
Great block. First shot of the game from Amari Owens. Not
a nice putback, though. Rashad Faulkner.
This is where Bryan Station has to pose their will. They don't have to make every shot, but they have the opportunity to go get every shot and get putbacks for and ones or just made baskets, period.
That ball stolen away. Adams picks it up ahead to Owens for the layup.
Well, this is what Bryan Station, the key to the game was, put their pressure on them early.
Now they
really
apply
challenge their youth.
Yeah, apply it in backcourt. Horn in trouble. And we get a quick timeout from George Baker. He's going to take a 30-second timeout here with a quick start by Bryan Station to make it 4-0. And sometimes when you're bringing that ball up against a team like Bryan Station, it looks like they've got 5 or 6 or 7 players coming against you because they're everywhere, it seems.
It's like an amoeba, you know what I mean? And that's what Champ Ligon's teams are known for. Pressure defense, speeding up the tempo, and creating easy buckets, because they're really not a great shooting team, so they have to create offense from their defense.
Their chaos is part of the plan for them, isn't it? I mean, they drive to the basket. They'll take some shots that sometimes don't look like good shots, but over the course of the game, they can beat you with that and their strong defense.
In Champ Ligon's eyes, that's called organized chaos.
Yes. Chaos intentional, yeah.
The key to Dunbar is just this is a growing situation for them. They're going to get tested right now as far as pressure in the basketball. If they can sustain the pressure from Bryan Station and just do a good job of that, I think it's a win for them.
Tabe Levin's in the game, and he is double teamed there by Richmond and Owens. Ball comes loose. Recovered, though, by Blevins, still battling to get it out of
Bryan
there.
Station putting the pressure on him. Uh-oh, here comes a 10-second count.
Egner gets it up. Horn across the line, back to Egner, but knocked away from behind by Richmond, and it hit the end line. Dunbar will retain possession, but Bryan Station is everywhere on defense, and that's the way they like it.
No doubt about it. Great back pursuit by Richmond.
So it'll be Cage Taylor to put it in play.
Let's see what they can do at half court.
Had a chance to settle into some offense, at least just a little bit. Here's Blevins with it.
I went over and watched Dunbar practice a couple days ago, and the key, what George Baker was trying to get them to understand is slow down. You know, but it's hard to slow down with this type of pressure.
A steal and a layup by Owens. And it's now 6-0. Bryan Station with just a couple of minutes.
1-2-2
and
zone.
some change gone.
1-2-2 press. They're
Nice.
breaking it. They just got to score.
Yep, nice ball movement that time to get it up court, but couldn't convert.
But every time versus their pressure, the ball got to the paint and got close to the rim. So hopefully they can kind of settle down a little bit and kind of start making some of these baskets.
So they'll put it in play from underneath their own basket. That's Horn to play it in. Looking for a teammate. Still looking, and now floats it in to Taylor.
Let's see what type of execution can they run against this pressure of Bryan Station.
Taylor stops and puts up a three. Rebound battle for Taylor, got it back, driving straight to the basket this time, but swatted away by Adams. Bryan Station on the attack with Owens. He stops for a three.
Great block by Adams. I call Adams the switch army knife. When I got back here last year and I started watching Bryan Station, I told everyone that he's one player that if I was a high school coach, that I would have to have on my team. He's not the best player. He's not going to be a Division I prospect, I don't think, but he can do a lot of things. He brings a lot of things to the table at the high school level.
Yeah, because a great weapon at the high school level, right?
Exactly.
Yeah.
And you know what? He's gotten better over the summer. I watched him practice yesterday, and he's shooting it better, especially from mid-range.
Foul near midcourt. Bryan Station on top, 6-0 as Dunbar looks to get on the scoreboard. Taylor driving, a fall away there. Missed the rim, but the follow won't drop either.
Two good looks. Just didn't go down.
Owens with it.
Let's see how Bryan Station executes right here. Champ was really working on his zone offense the other day. Let's see if they can execute. He was really trying to get Amari to look at the backside guy for alley-oop. Let's see if Amari sees that.
Long one by Richmond is good.
Good job by Richmond. Wide open shot inside to out. Got the ball to the short corner. They collapsed, threw it back out to Richmond.
And the lead is 9-0. The pressure applied by Bryan Station. We'll be seeing that a lot tonight. Tipped away from Goodpaster. Rescued by Faulkner. Ahead to Owens. He puts it up on the board, and it's dunked by Adams.
Pressure busts his pipes. And Bryan Station just posing their will from a pressure standpoint. And Dunbar's having a tough time.
They're going to take another timeout here with 4:04 to go in the first quarter. We'll take a break here and be right back to Bryan Station in just a moment here on Glycod.
Let's get real. We offer a lot of the same courses you'll find at a four-year college. But with our small classes and personal attention, you won't get lost in the crowd. College for the real world. College for your world.
Stuck on the road? Call Martin's Peterbilt Mobile Service. Our 24/7 commercial roadside service, truck and trailer repair, and warranty service will have you back on the road in no time. Call us 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Martin's Peterbilt, keeping you rolling.
You're watching Central Kentucky High School Basketball from Glycod.
Are on the attack as we return to action. Three-pointer in the air, no good. And now Axum in the ball game for Bryan Station. Floats it up there, too tall for Brunley Fine.
Good look for Axum, just a little too tough. Great look, great idea.
That was Cason Carpenter at the other end making the attempt.
Tell you what, Dunbar's getting some decent looks. They just got to put the ball in just to get some type of confidence. I missed it.
Bulldogs on the attack. Carpenter working against Monte Ashford. Then the block and the steal by Fawn, and Ashford missed the layup, but the follow also no good. Fawn's got it, and he puts it in.
Bob, he was a pleasant addition. He transferred in from over in Africa to Champ Liggins, and he's one of those guys that fits right in what Champ likes to do. He's physical. He doesn't have any bad habits because he's never been coached before. And he's been like a sponge, and he's going to be a great addition, especially from a physical standpoint, losing the other Adams kid from last year's team.
We saw Chris Girton with the defense on that last play, forcing the turnover. Girton, a football standout, and now finding his mark
watch
on
out
the
for
basketball
Ashford.
team.
He can shoot it.
There it is from the corner, in and out. And a Dunbar rebound by Blevins, and a foul as he comes up court.
Blevins is the key, is the guy that George Baker cannot get in foul trouble. He's the only key guy that they have as far as from ability standpoint to handle Bryan Station's pressure.
13-0. Bryan Station off to the quick and now a big start. Just what Dunbar did not want to have happen, of course, as they tried to withstand the pressure early. Reverse layup not there.
Another attack, got a layup, didn't finish. Let's see what Owens does here.
Quick change of pace, lays it up with the left hand, won't go. And now here comes Blevins for Dunbar.
Get the foul, young fella.
Girton with the block. The ball hit on the end line right there. Of course, they have to be careful about getting in a hurry with Bryan Station, too, don't they, up and down the court?
No doubt about it. Bryan Station wants to really rush them, to get them to make fast, quick decisions, to take quick, tough shots. So far, it's working.
Quick pass in, and there's the basket by Faulkner. And Dunbar is on the board here with 2:35 to go first quarter.
Caught Bryan Station slipping on the underneath out of bounds.
Owens has the drive shut off. That time goes to Axum, a good shooter out of the corner. He's got that one.
Well, let's see if Bryan Station can shoot Dunbar out of this zone defense, because this is primarily the safe way to play Bryan Station with the youth that you have, just trying to slow them down. But Bryan Station is doing a good job of getting the ball to the right people. Great ball movement from side to side and getting wide open shots.
Faulkner against Girton. Girton with the size advantage out on the court.
Now this is what George Baker was talking about, trying to execute his offense within pressure, and they didn't do a good job of that.
Axum with the long pass intercepted by Egner, and Dunbar's got it back, trailing 16-2. Out of the corner, Taylor off the rim.
Decent
and he
look.
Gets it back. Pass tipped. Ashford goes after it. Can't get it before it goes out of bounds, so Dunbar will retain possession. We've said several times, Sean, that they are getting the occasional good look, but you got to get it to go in the basket.
You got to get the ball to go in there, and that's the key to this defense too. You want them to take tough shots and rush shots, which the key is getting the rebound off of it, and that's what Champ was trying to talk about those guys yesterday in practice.
Taylor with the step back three, and he's got it.
Great shot by Taylor. For being a young guy, somebody's got to establish some confidence and become an alpha male and start, establish themselves as one of the key guys on this Dunbar team, a go-to guy. And I think Taylor has the potential to do that.
Got it inside to Fawn that time, but knocked away. Bryan Station will keep it, and Axum will put it in play near the defender's basket.
Underneath out of bounds. Let's see what Champ draws up here.
Ashford thought about the three, drives in, and the jumper stays.
Good pull up by Ashford. Pump fake, 1-2 dribble pull up. Textbook basketball.
Faulkner driving, but then met by another defender. Gets it away from the double team. Carpenter with the long one. That's no good.
I really I grew fond of even though he just turned the ball over, of Ashford yesterday in practice. He was surprised to me. He has somewhat of a great feel. He's a decent shooter. He stretches the defense. Normally he makes the right decisions, but he kind of got sped up a little bit, trying to do a little too much that particular time.
Of course, Ashford and Girton and Adams and some others that were part of the Bryan Station football team, so they're just now rounding into basketball shape. In shape, of course, just different kind of conditioning and practice. Here's a shot by Axum. He's got a nice touch on that jumper, and two more for Bryan Station, 20-5.
Axum was another kid that I was pleasantly surprised with yesterday, just with his poise and vision practicing against the zone that Dunbar was going to play yesterday.
Inside, the pass to Egner knocked away, and now the long pass to Owens. Dodges a man, but then draws the foul against Faulkner. So Owens fouled on that play as he tried to switch over to the left hand.
Yeah, I think Owens got a little cute right there, and he should have just went strong and finished.
15-point lead for Bryan Station as we near the end of the first quarter in tonight's game. Girton takes the long one and missed it. Axum will get it, try to get an attempt off, missed the shot, but I don't think it would have counted. That's the end of the first quarter. With the score, Bryan Station 20 and Dunbar 5. We'll take a break and be right back with the start of the second quarter here in just a moment on Glycon.
New year means next level math, but even the best teachers can't always provide the personal attention each child needs. Mathnasium has a solution to help any student excel. Our caring, highly trained instructors use a range of teaching modes that ensure true foundational understanding. We're not about rote memorization. The Mathnasium method develops the critical thinking and problem-solving skills they need to succeed, with the option to learn face-to-face online at home or face-to-face at one of our 1,000 neighborhood learning centers. Mathnasium, we're changing lives through math.
You're watching Central Kentucky High School Basketball from Glycod.
Start of the second quarter at Bryan Station High School. The host defenders, so far, not much difficulty against Dunbar as they apply that pressure defense and have converted steals into baskets, and really, Sean, nothing unexpected so far from what we've seen as far as how these two teams stack up.
No, we kind of figured it was going to be somewhat a game like this. You're talking about, you know, a very veteran team compared to a very inexperienced team. And, you know, I'm actually kind of pleased today because even though they're outmatched, they are showing some type of organization, some type of execution against Bryan Station's, you know, pressure defense. They got the ball to the rim. They've gotten some open looks. Just hasn't knocked them down. But, you know, even – you know, at least the ball is moving, get to the right place at the right time. Just got to put the ball in the hole.
Yeah, George Baker said before the game he wants his team to play hard, have fun, and, of course, try to build on this experience and not worry too much about the score on the board against this powerful Bryan Station team.
George has been there before. You know, he's been a freshman, you know, a snotty-nosed kid coming into high school basketball, playing varsity as a freshman. So he knows what this is about. He was just one of maybe two on that team, but he's got a team full of them now. So, you know, what better person or what better coach to trying to guide these guys through this type of situation than George Baker.
It's like steps called against Horn, and so Bryan Station will get the ball. They are trying to build under new coach George Baker, and I asked him what he's learned about his team in this first couple of games, and he said that I've learned that we have a lot to learn.
Exactly.
So that's just kind of where they are right now.
And that's okay. You know what I mean?
Here's a three.
If this team stays together, I would hate to play against these guys in a year and a half or so. I'll tell you that.
Yeah.
Because George Baker's going to do a good job of getting them ready.
Yeah, he even said tonight, we want to be a team that you don't want to run into late in the season or in the tournament. Here is.
See, look at that. They're doing a good job. He had a wide open shot. He turned it down. But now they're playing with some little pace now. Look at that.
Yeah, Faulkner with the shot.
That was great execution going against the pressure against Dunbar.
And a whistle at the other end.
There's Owens coming at him, always putting pressure on the defense.
Tonight's Scholar Athlete of the Week is brought to you by Mathnasium, changing lives through math. And our Scholar Athlete of the Week, we referred to him a moment ago, Chris Girton. He's weighing college offers in football and is an excellent student as well with a grade point average of 3.82. That's some pretty good territory, Sean. That's a lot of dedication.
I tell you what, you can write your own ticket when your grade GPA is that high. You know what I mean?
And he's getting plenty of attention. He is a fine athlete, too, and is helping this Bryan Station basketball team after an outstanding year with the Defender football team.
I'll tell you what, Bryan Station has had a tradition of having two-way players, you know, that's played basketball and football. This is one of the most prestigious and historical athletic programs in all of Lexington, Kentucky.
23-8 the score. The Defenders leading here in the second quarter. 6:44 to go against Dunbar, and now Dunbar battling that press again. This time it's taken away. Driving is Burton, and a whistle and a foul, and that'll go against Carpenter.
Got to be strong with your ball. You know, that was one of the things that George was talking about. You know, when the press comes, don't let them just take your ball. You know, pivot, try to split it, and then guys got to come to the ball. There's another turnover by the pressure Bryan Station.
Adams made the interception, and now a walking call against Amari Owens out front. But Dunbar has gradually regained some poise, haven't they?
No doubt about it. You know, they turned the ball over the last time because he wasn't strong with his ball. But, you know, the ball moves. It gets to where it's supposed to go to. You know, you just got to be strong with it once you catch it. So he's driving into the Coffin corner. Oh, wide open.
Found an open man.
You got to finish that.
Couldn't
Gotta
convert.
Finish
Battle for the loose ball between Burton.
Those shots are going to be hard to come by, and you got to finish those when you get them, those bunnies.
You're not going to get too many opportunities against the pressure of Bryan Station. That time they had an open man near the basket. And it comes to Horn. Guarded closely by Faulkner.
Swing it from side to side. Just get Bryan Station's defense moving a little bit. Try to execute your offense. Wait on the screens, set good screens, Faulkner. And then be confident when you shoot the basketball.
Out of the corner, the shot by Taylor. Pretty good look, but that one didn't go down for him. And with that 23-8 lead, Bryan Station has the ball back. And Faulkner releases it and gets the three-pointer.
Great penetration and kick by Owens. That was the question this year. Has he grown? Is he going to make his teammates better? Is he going to make the easy plays instead of try to force everything? And that shows some signs of maturity by him just penetrating and kick for a wide open three.
And then Dunbar had the fast break but couldn't convert. Substitution in the ball game. Clayton Hilt for Dunbar. He's been battling back from injury here in the early part of the preseason.
Got to get the ball in.
In it comes.
There you go.
And there is Faulkner with the shot. Dominic Faulkner adding to this Dunbar offense.
He's playing with a lot of poise. So there's Bryan Station coming right back at him.
Richmond answers for Bryan Station. Now 28-11.
Good play right there. Broke him down.
Drive for the basket, not there. And Horn tried to follow but couldn't. Rashad Faulkner has it for Bryan Station. Richmond steps back behind the line, releases the three, won't go. Burton has it in good position and puts it in.
Good rebound and put back by Burton. He's the key to this Bryan Station team. He's their center. He's got to be more active than he was last year, be more physical than he was last year for them to make that next step towards the Sweet 16.
Antoine Burton with the basket that time. Ball was loose for a moment. Now Faulkner's open for three. Missed the shot.
Give it up.
Owens tracks it down.
Give it up.
Gave it off to his right, and there's Richmond with the basket and draws the foul.
Good play, good play.
And that's, as you say, that's what they're looking for from Mario Owens, right?
No doubt about it. Champ just wants to see the growth. Make the simple plays. Show the world that you're growing every year. You know, you had a great sophomore year as a youngster. Now you got to show college recruiters that you're growing as a point guard, you know, because me watching him, scoring is not going to be his deal in college. It's going to be a facilitator, hogging the ball, using his strength, almost like what Butler is for Kentucky. He has that type of potential as young as he is. So if he can continue to grow and be unselfish and understand that you don't have to score every time to be a good basketball player. A good basketball player, if you're the best player, is supposed to make everybody else on the team better. And he's doing that thus far.
Richmond hits the free throw. And with that quickness, he could become a terrific defensive player, too.
No doubt about it. He's physically strong. You know, I see him. He has that build like a Butler for Kentucky. You know, he can score getting to the rim. He's got to become a better catch and shoot type of shooter. But he can get anywhere on the floor that he wants to. Just got to make the decisions, better decisions as he grows up and gets older.
Bit of back and forth here, and now the long one.
Good inside the out right there in transition by Dunbar. Just didn't make the shot.
Fawn to Girton to Owens, and Bryan Station is up court in a hurry. Owens fakes, gets open, but then short on the shot.
Yep. Should have gave it up right there. He went 1-on-3 a little bit, settled for a pull-up jump shot in transition.
Horn takes it to the corner, double team there. Got rid of it to Carpenter. Inside he goes.
There you go. Be strong with your ball, Dunbar. Be strong with your ball. Just fight.
Jackson Hill with the shot. Drew the foul. We get Jacob Childs in the ball game for Dunbar.
You know, that's all George is looking for is fight. Yep.
Under 4 minutes to go now in the second quarter. It's a 33-11 lead for Bryan Station. Childs with it, takes the opening, but then loses it. Fawn has it. Off to Axum, who's back in. Stops, now goes into the lane, floats it up there, and the shot missed by Girton. He tried to set him up there. Looked like he had him in pretty good shape.
Good play, just didn't finish the bucket. Faulkner penetrated, great look.
So here's Axum to play it in from under the Bryan Station basket. And it comes to Ashford. Now Axum open from the corner. Battle for it, won by Girton. He's got a free throw line jumper and hits it.
Good play, good shot. Got the offensive rebound, gathered himself, looked around, see if he had a shot or not. He did, knocked it down.
Dunbar in front court now, trailing by 24.
Dunbar's understanding very fast as a young group that passing is better than dribbling. And every time they pass the ball, you get good results just like that.
Nice setup of the shot by Horn. That makes it 35-13. Here's a try out of the corner. No good by Ashford. Now Axum has it at long range. He'll try the other corner. Ashford with the shot on the way. Missed it, but Fawn is right there.
Yes. I think Dunbar's getting a little worn down a little bit. He's got his second crew in there, and they're not as good as the first group. And Bryan Station still has a bunch of key players in there, and athleticism is really taking a toll on them right now.
That's the other thing. We talked about the chaos that Bryan Station intentionally brings to the game. Here's the long shot. No good by Blevins. Now Owens with the long one. Got it.
Good. That's where he has to get better and become more assistant at shooting, catch and shoot shots.
But that chaos takes its toll as you go through the game, doesn't it? You get into the third quarter and the fourth quarter, and if they're playing a close game, that pressure, the wearing them down, can really make a difference.
Yes.
And the shot blocked by Brumley Fawn.
Great block.
Owens will stop and take the long three.
Fawn another rebound. Put back.
Another basket.
Great addition for Champ Liggins.
42-13. Minute and a half to go before halftime. Steal by Axum at midcourt, off to Owens and in for the jam.
He got him one. He got him a dunk. Now they're starting to speed Dunbar up even more with these inexperienced guys. Good
Down
play
the middle
right there.
And the layup by Horn. Good pass by Childs.
Good play. The less the ball touches the floor, the more success Dunbar has.
There's Owens on another drive.
They got to stop the best penetrator in the state of Kentucky right there.
Went in, laid it up with the right hand this time.
Look middle. Swing it. One more. Wide open
Childs
shot.
Takes it. Missed the shot. They moved the ball well. They got a good look. Didn't hit the floor very many times that time.
No,
just once, I think. Axum with the long pass out to Owens. Starting that drive along the baseline. They're able to cut him off this time. Inside the final half minute of the first half now.
Show some experience.
Axum sets things up for Bryan Station as they'll go for a last attempt.
Let's see what they get out of this Horns action here.
.12 seconds as Axum starts down the left side. Into the lane he goes. A collision and a block.
Tell you what, years ago that would have been a charge.
Yes.
You know, the rules have changed so much and everybody wants freedom of movement and, you know, we want to score more points, but sometimes, you know, we still teach defense, and sometimes you have to reward the defense for being at the right place at the right time, no matter what spot it is on the floor. And that was a situation right there that, you know, a couple, 2-3 years ago, before that freedom of movement charge went on, that would have been a charge.
Jordan Axum, a senior. What about from the viewpoint of a player, Sean? What do you think about the charge block situation that we have now? Or what was it like for you in school?
I tell you what, I was a penetrator. I was a driver like Owen. So, you know, they was calling that type of contact on me. I wish it was like that back then with freedom of movement. I'd have shot 1,000 free throws, I'll tell you that.
You would have been to the line a lot, that's for sure. Axum converts. It's 49-15 now, just 7.2 seconds left.
Let's see if Dunbar can get the ball across half court in 7 seconds versus this pressure to get at least a shot attempt.
Comes into Childs. He floats it cross court.
Got it passed.
Back to Childs. Steal by Axum. Owens got time for a three and missed the shot as we go to halftime with a 49-15 lead for Bryan Station over Dunbar. We'll be back and begin our halftime report in just a moment on Glycod.
Children love Head Start, and you will too. Community Action Council's prep academies are hiring now. Head Start is an early childhood education program for children from birth to age 5. Help us give more children the Head Start advantage.
Teacher, what are you waiting for?
Join our team of dedicated education professionals. Apply online today at comaction.org. What are you waiting for?
At Don Franklin, we're about more than just selling cars. We're about families, generations of them. Founded by my parents in 1968, we've been here growing alongside you. From the first family car to the newest model for the next generation, our values of trust, care, and commitment are in every handshake, every deal. With over 5,000 vehicles to choose from, check them all out at donfranklinauto.com. Don Franklin, driven by family.
For any of your window, door, and siding needs, contact the team at Elite Building Products. Their factory-certified, licensed, and insured contractors have been installing energy-efficient windows and doors for over 30 years. They also offer energy tax credits and military veteran discounts. Locally owned and open weekdays at 242 Wilson Drive, just off of the 27 bypass. For a free estimate, call 859-887-2440. Elite Building Products.
Are you an HVAC and refrigeration tech looking for new opportunities? Tech 24 is your single source for commercial HVAC, refrigeration, and kitchen equipment maintenance all across the country. We have exciting career opportunities with great pay and benefits in your area. To learn more, contact Brad at 864-549-8344 and check us out on the web at mytech24.com. 864-549-8344.
Home of excellent service, support, and satisfaction, Lexington Outdoor Power Equipment is your one-stop mower shop. Family owned since 1985, Lexington Outdoor offers top brands like Husqvarna, Toro, Grasshopper, and Echo. Plus, free pickup and delivery. Located just 2 miles west of Douglas High School, they're open weekdays and most Saturday mornings. For more info, stop in or visit their website at lexoutdoorpower.com. Lexington Outdoor Power Equipment, the right equipment for the right job.
A new year means next level math, but even the best teachers can't always provide the personal attention each child needs. Mathnasium has a solution to help any student excel. Our caring, highly trained instructors use a range of teaching modes that ensure true foundational understanding. We're not about rote memorization. The Mathnasium method develops the critical thinking and problem-solving skills they need to succeed, with the option to learn face-to-face online at home or face-to-face at one of our 1,000 neighborhood learning centers. Mathnasium, we're changing lives through math.
Tonight's halftime report is brought to you by Mathnasium of East and West Lexington, sponsor of tonight's Scholar Athlete. Mathnasium unlocks the math potential in every child.
Back at Bryan Station High School, Keith Elkins along with Sean Woods, and Jackson Miller is our producer tonight. John Strange, our camera operator. 49-15 the score at the half. The Bryan Station defenders very much in command of this one. And Sean, we don't have the exact official numbers in front of us, but Amari Owens off to a fast start unofficially with 11, and he has made a difference in the game as we expected. But team-wise, it's that relentless pressure for Bryan Station.
Mario hasn't had to pose his will on the team. He's gotten wide open layups from their pressure off the turnovers of Dunbar. But I know what Champ's trying to do. And this is a game to really keep your older guys really engaged. So this is going to be a challenge for them, but also you can really get into your guys and really cover some mistakes off a big-time win like this. You know what I mean? Never take your opponent lightly. If you never know who's watching, and you got to play the game the right way every single day you jump out on the court. So I'm sure that he's saying that at halftime right now. It's not about winning the game now. It's about playing the game and finishing the game the right way. Now, from Dunbar's standpoint, he's just trying to keep them confident. We made some right decisions. We made, our pass has been pretty good. We got to finish some shots. When we do get shots, we got to shoot them with confidence. We've handled the pressure for the most part as best as we could under the circumstances. But when we get open shots and open layups, we got to finish those to have a chance to at least make this thing presentable.
It's 49-15 right now, and that's the message that the teams will be hearing here at halftime. Bryan Station, no doubt, on its way to a win, and that's not at all a surprise. So we expected a win, and by a pretty good margin tonight. But each team will try to make progress, as Sean mentioned, in various ways. And Dunbar with that young team and the new coach, who is, of course, a veteran coach, but new at Dunbar and wanting to build that program back up to where it was back in the days of the full dog pound, Sean, back in the late 90s and the mid-90s.
The Darnell Burtons, the Cameron Mills, the George Bakers, the little Stewarts, they were rolling when Dunbar first started with Coach Watson. Then I was able to, had the privilege to work with Coach Watson when he had George Baker and that crew, and it was very enjoyable, and it really got my coaching career started. I learned a lot from Coach Watson. He was a really legendary middle school coach at Winburn, and then he got the opportunity to coach the Dunbar Bulldogs when they opened up the new school. And and I'm talking about immediately, he set a standard. Mm-hmm. And George is now, having the opportunity to be at the helm and try to get that standard and that tradition back.
Right now they trail 49-15 to a very powerful Bryan Station team. We'll continue with our halftime report in just a moment here on Glycod.
For any of your window, door, and siding needs, contact the team at Elite Building Products. Their factory-certified, licensed, and insured contractors have been installing energy-efficient windows and doors for over 30 years. They also offer energy tax credits and military veteran discounts. Locally owned and open weekdays at 242 Wilson Drive, just off of the 27 bypass. For a free estimate, call 859-887-2440. Elite Building Products.
Calling all football fans. Come on down to Roosters, where the wings are hot, the drinks are cold, and the good times never stop. Roosters is where you can catch all the action of the game and enjoy a delicious meal. Choose from 15 varieties of sauces. Even try our burgers, salads, and out-of-this-world pizzas. Something for everyone at Roosters. Dine in, carry out, or let us cater. Open late for the Night Owls. Visit our Richmond Road location or off Nicholasville Road by Walmart.
Research has shown high school sports to be a great community influence. Join scores of local businesses that have partnered with Glycod in sponsoring live, hometown-oriented sports programming on our video and social media platforms. For more information, email info@glycod.com.
Let's get real. We offer a lot of the same courses you'll find at a four-year college. But with our small classes and personal attention, you won't get lost in the crowd. College for the real world. College for your world.
With Fast Signs, create custom deep sea signage that makes the wait a visual escape. Fast Signs, make your statement.
When it comes to vaping, the truth can get clouded. So let's make it clear. Vaping is not safe for youth.
Because vaping can put microscopic particles into your lungs.
And dangerous things like metals into your body.
And nicotine, which can harm a person's brain development through their mid-20s.
With appealing flavors, high nicotine levels, and lots of promotion on social media.
Many kids think vaping is harmless, but it's not.
So talk to your kids about the risks of vaping.
Because when you talk, they hear you.
At Don Franklin, we're about more than just selling cars. We're about families, generations of them. Founded by my parents in 1968, we've been here growing alongside you. From the first family car to the newest model for the next generation, our values of trust, care, and commitment are in every handshake, every deal. With over 5,000 vehicles to choose from, check them all out at DonFranklinAuto.com. Don Franklin, driven by family.
This segment of tonight's game is brought to you by Central Kentucky Driving School, raising the bar in driver education. Man of War Harley-Davidson, 100% Kentucky owned and operated. And by Don Franklin Auto, driven by family.
Just about set to start the second half. We'll take a look at the halftime stats when we have an opportunity here. Tonight's halftime stats are brought to you by Community Action Council, helping people and changing lives. Sean, you took a quick glance at it there. Anything that stands out?
Well, we knew that, Dunbar had to really try to sustain offensively, especially not giving up, offensive rebounds. That's been a problem. They are really they've turned the ball over 13 times. That was to Bryan Station's favor. We knew that the rebounding margin was going to be tough action, and that's been held true also. So, the game is going exactly where we said it, we said it was going to go. I'm just looking for character and toughness out of Dunbar. Will they continue to compete for the next 2 quarters and not look at the score? Try to get better. And then for Bryan Station's standpoint, they got to continue to do what makes them good and get better. They got to get something out of this game and not just take it as just a game that we should win.
2 more on the board for Bryan Station to start this second half. It's 51-15. You see the defenders, starters back out there.
I tell you
at
what,
the start of the second half.
This zone is giving them a little problems a little bit. Just didn't come up with the loose ball, but one of the better players in the state just caught a loose ball and finished in the paint.
So he got an opening in that zone and got it up there for
Don't
2
fight.
more.
Don't fight.
Out of bounds it goes. It'll go to Bryan Station. I mentioned that Amari Owens did have 11 points in that first half, 8 points for Justin Richmond for Bryan Station, 8 also for Jordan Axum off the bench for the defenders.
Dunbar in the zone again. Let's see how Bryan Station execute. Can they do it cleanly? Can they execute without getting the loose ball off a deflection? Bad mistake right there.
It went into Burton. That was a tough pass for him to handle.
Tough
for the big
pass.
guy, yeah.
He should have faked it right there and threw back out to Owens for a jump shot.
Dominic Faulkner, a nice game off the bench for Dunbar in the first half. He had 8 points. Faulkner has the shot blocked. Horn takes it out of the air.
Tough play by Faulkner. He should have made the simple play. He penetrated, he drew 2. He should have kicked it out to Owens for a jump shot.
Dunbar battling there as Egner tried to put it back up. Couldn't get the shot, but there's a foul called.
This is somewhat, I'm similar to something like this. Me coaching at low mid-major places, and we had to go play the high majors for money. Mm-hmm. So when I come into Kentucky knowing that I'm 15 points behind already, or playing somebody in North Carolina, what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to get better for my league. So what I'm trying to do is really, every time underneath out of bounds, I'm trying to see how many times I can execute. How many, I'm worrying about turnovers against the elite team, offensive rebounds, and so on and so forth. And that's what George Baker's trying to do now. Unfortunately, they just turned the ball over off of underneath out of bounds for a layup by Owens.
Maybe a miscommunication of some kind. The pass went back there, and Owens was the only one back there.
So you got to keep passing, keep moving, and keep attacking when it's a one-on-one situation. Ball screen right here. You got to fight through the pressure. You got to attack the pressure. Can't be passive against it.
Long one off the left side by Taylor, doesn't go.
Great
Defenders.
block out by Faulkner. Good play
Owens
by
leaves
Owens.
it off for Adams for the dunk.
Adams, good play. I'm telling you right now, Owens is already showing me his growth and maturity just by some of the plays that he's making.
Defenders on top now, 57-15. Driving is Horn. Just hard to find an opening.
Can't dribble into the coffin corner.
It'll be a timeout for Dunbar.
George Baker calls a timeout, and I'm sure he's going to tell his team that.
We'll take a break also at 4:24 to go third quarter. We'll be right back on Glycod.
Bold impression when you show up in a new Kia from Cartown Kia.
Save $4,250 off a new 2024 Kia Sorento or lease for $279 down and $279 per month. And new 2024 Kia Fortes, just $229 down and $229 per month. Or save more with rates as low as 0.9%.
And don't forget our 10-year, 100,000-mile limited warranty. Give them something to talk about in a new Kia from Cartown Kia and CartownKiaUSA.com.
You're watching Central Kentucky High School Basketball from Glycod.
Keith Elkins along with Sean Woods. Sean, you mentioned coaching at the smaller school and the challenges that offers sometimes and having to play a big school for money, but you said you had to go play. Sometimes you really had to go play. You just stayed gone a lot, didn't you? There were some long road trips, right?
Long road. This is the time right now where low mid majors are on the road. They got to play it, they probably won't even have a home game until January once conference starts.
And they have to take some losses during that time, but for the benefit of the program.
For the benefit of the program. Got to raise money.
Here's Horn.
Good play. Good execution.
Nice
Great execution. One thing I like about George in the way he's realistic of what he got. He's not going to overcoach. He's not going to berate him and drive him in the ground trying to get him to overachieve. He understands what the situation is, and he's just trying to make it better and establish the culture for years to come.
Faulkner answers with a three for Bryan Station, now 60-17. Tate Blevins on the dribble for Dunbar, guarded by Richmond and being challenged.
Go by him, Blevins.
And there's the
See, that's just the lack of inexperience. You got to go by that guy. You got him. You got a quickness advantage over him with the ball. Attack.
So Faulkner will come back in, and Blevins goes out. Adams will play it in for Bryan Station. Defenders looking to go 2-0 on the season. They got a victory against a pretty good Montgomery County team here on Monday night.
They did.
Just applied the pressure then, eventually pulled away.
This is a very unique time of the year for high school basketball, simply because the first 2 or 3 games, you're really trying to find yourself. You don't know who you are. You got some guys coming off the football field, and it's going to take them a time to get timing and things like that. There's Girton.
Yeah, Girton, one of the guys who did come off the football field and found his three-point touch right there, 63-17.
So the sooner they get in the rhythm coming off the football field, the better off you'll be as far as knowing what you really got.
There's Faulkner, who had a good first half for Dunbar.
Swing it.
Off to Egner. Axum steps in for the steal, gets it to Girton.
Dunk. This is a dunk. He missed it.
It's in and out on the dunk.
Let's see if Dunbar can capitalize off of this situation.
Axum comes up with it again, looking for control, gets it to Ashford, and he will lay it in.
Inexperience at the varsity level is really glaring for the Dunbar Bulldogs right now.
Faulkner trying to get the offense triggered. Long and by Hilt not there, and the rebound to Fahn. Now Axum again on the move. Ashford from the wing. It's
good
there.
Bucket. Good pass. Good pass.
And you talk about building confidence. Some of the guys who aren't necessarily starters for Bryan Station but are going to play big roles for them are getting some good minutes here.
Well, I talked to Champ about that yesterday, and he feels like he's at least 10 deep. And, when someone gets in foul trouble, he's really not worried about it because he really has a team that where the term called next man up really comes into play for him, more so than a lot of teams in high school.
Driving is Fahn, missed the dunk, but there is Adams to put it in.
I'm telling you right now, when I came here last year and I started watching high school basketball, that kid right there was one of my favorite players. And I said if I was a high school coach, he's the guy that I would love to have on my team. He's not the best player from a talent standpoint, but he makes all type of winning plays, from offensive rebounds, making a key shot, getting a sudden stop, he does everything to make a high school team really good.
We'll take a quick break and be right back with more basketball on Glycon.
For any of your window, door, and siding needs, contact the team at Elite Building Products. Their factory-certified, licensed, and insured contractors have been installing energy-efficient windows and doors for over 30 years. They also offer energy tax credits and military veteran discounts. Locally owned and open weekdays at 242 Wilson Drive, just off of the 27 bypass. For a free estimate, call 859-887-2440. Elite Building Products.
You're watching Central Kentucky High School Basketball from Glycod.
And we're back at Bryan Station. 69-17 the score. Bryan Station cruising to a win. I should say cruising to a win as far as the score is concerned, but still working hard and trying to get things done, as are the Dunbar Bulldogs.
Well, the Dunbar Bulldogs at least are competing. They're fighting for loose balls. They're scrapping. They're not playing with their, their tails between their legs. They know that they're outmanned a little bit, but they're still fighting. That's what I'm impressed with.
There is Faulkner with it. Had almost lost it. Now the pass goes out of bounds, and Bryan Station will get it back as we finish up the final 30 seconds of the third quarter.
25 seconds left. Let's see if Bryan Station executes something to get the last second shot. They take a quick one.
Shot out of the corner, not there. And the rebound put in by Fawn.
Fawn is going to be a key player to Bryan Station's success this year with his size and physicality and athleticism.
Long one by Childs. And there's the buzzer. We come to the end of the third quarter of play with a score. Bryan Station 71 and Dunbar 17. We'll be right back with the fourth quarter in just a moment on Glycod.
Let's get real. With us, you'll get a great education that can lead to a great career faster. Even better, you won't end up with crippling debt. College for the real world. College for your world.
People want to define Gen Z, but that's our job.
I wait tables, but last week I built a field hospital.
I put out a forest fire.
I stopped 1,000 attackers.
And a natural disaster.
I've saved lives. And led a team on patrol.
I serve.
Well, I go to school full-time while I work full-time.
The greater the challenge, the stronger we become.
This segment of tonight's game is brought to you by the Kentucky Army National Guard. Serve your country while going to school or work full-time. Find your fit at nationalguard.com.
Fourth quarter coming up now, 71-17. Bryan Station winning this one tonight over Dunbar at this point, and we'll get some new players in here in the fourth quarter.
Bryan Station is putting in their youngsters now. They got a couple freshmen that are pretty promising. They're small, but they're tenacious.
Now we get an official time. They hand the ball to the wrong team. There's a little confusion on which direction we need to be going here, I think.
It's been that type of basketball game.
Yes, it has. Going to go back and forth a lot in this fourth quarter.
Bryan Station has their youngsters in. It's time for them to get some type of experience in case they're needed. But this is the future of Bryan Station basketball right here, and Champ is really, really excited about them.
It's Kaiser who drew the foul. Oliver Kaiser, a 6'4" junior.
First time shooting a free throw, misses it.
A little bit long on that one, hit the back of the rim.
There you go.
There's the second shot. Good touch on that one. Kaiser is on the board.
Bryan Station's keeping the pressure up. They're doing the three-quarter court now.
Ball slips out of the hands of Childs and out of bounds. Back to the defenders.
Wasn't paying attention. You got to look the ball into your hands.
.645 to go in this one.
I think Champ got what he needed out of his older guys, his veteran guys. He's sitting for the last quarter, giving his young guys an opportunity to get some experience. Great block.
And now
good
takes
play.
it back and
good
gets the
play.
layup. That
Good
is
play.
Egner, or rather Jackson Hill with the
play.
block and the layup. There's Kaiser with a three from the corner.
And those threes are going to be needed as the season goes on, because a lot of teams are going to really try to defend Bryan Station by playing zone. And in order to get them out of it, you're going to have some guys to shoot the basketball to make it easier for Owens to penetrate seams and things like that. So when he does penetrate and he kicks it out, he did his job. Now, so these guys are going to have to knock it down, and Kaiser's going to be one of those guys going to be counted on to do that.
Kamani Barber leaves the game, number 23. He's another one of those Bryan Station football athletes. A shot by Faulkner doesn't go, and Bryan Station on the move. Nice three-pointer.
That's one of the youngsters that he was talking about.
(78-19), Bryan Station on top.
Let's see if they can execute. This is what they were working on the other day. Good play. Good play.
Carpenter open.
Good look. Good execution.
Missed the shot. Battle for the rebound. Bryan Station's got it. Braden Payne.
Good play.
A driving layup. Missed by Payne, but he was fouled. Also have Tyler Crutcher in there. Torrance Sanford.
Payne and Sanford are the guys that coach is really raving on about the future of this basketball team. They're not very tall, but they're very tough and very savvy as far as basketball players are concerned. Really get after you, can shoot the basketball a little bit, and good at playing off of each other. Bryan Station has a tradition of smaller guards starting back in the day with Leroy Bird.
I remember him. Saw him play for Bryan Station.
No doubt about it.
And, of course, he and Turpin were teammates for a while.
Yes.
That was an interesting pairing. Well, they got it done.
Yeah, they did.
And Coach Bobby Barlow had a great run here, too.
Yes, he did.
Inside it goes. Jackson Hill with a shot. Can't get it. Rebound. Braden Payne on the move. Down the lane he goes.
See right there, he over-dribbled. Dribbled in a little
off the
too
Hill,
deep.
and Hill lays it in.
There you go, Dunbar.
A good break by the Bulldogs, 79-21.
Keep competing. Now this is youth against youth.
It is.
Okay, so now let's see, whose freshmen and sophomores are better now. You know what I mean? We know that the juniors and seniors not as good as Bryan Station, but it seems pretty even with these young kids so far.
It's Kaiser in the corner, tries to go cross court, stolen away by Faulkner. He'll come up court for Dunbar. And his pass is stolen by Sanford, and then off in the corner it goes, and the shot no good by Payne, but then put up and in by Tyler Crutcher.
Tyler Crutcher representing. I got a dear friend, man. That's his son, bud, and he's over there smiling from ear to ear right under us.
Crutcher with the basket. Nice reaction from the crowd. It's a 60-point Bryan Station lead as Carpenter drives.
His dad was a pretty good football player, Henry Clay. Jesse Crutcher.
Here is Faulkner with it as we come up on the 3-minute mark. Dominic Faulkner. Pass goes out of bounds. Bryan Station to put it in play. And Sean, these younger guys for Bryan Station, I bet they're glad to see somebody besides the older guys in practice that they see every day. That's got to be tough every day.
No doubt about it. Give me something that's around my level. You know what I'm saying? Let me have some type of success in this basketball game.
That's right. As you're trying to work your way, it's tough to have a good day in practice when you're
no
a young
doubt.
player.
It's like the freshman team playing against the varsity team. It's like a maze out there. It seems like it's 15 people you're trying to play against, especially pressing you.
Dunbar working its offense. Hill
good penetrating kick. They got Bryan Station's defense moving a little bit. Low post presence. Kick it back out, young fella.
It was Daniels.
You had it
Eric
inside.
Daniels.
You drew two and kick it back out for a wide open shot.
Eric Daniels Jr., number 15 for Dunbar. Another familiar name. Marcellus Ashford on the side for the defenders. He's wearing 45. Now the fake and the shot by Payne is good. Or Sanford rather. Sanford hit it, number 50.
Youngster. He's kin to the infamous Vince Sanford, who's the head coach at Lafayette, who's a really good basketball player at Lafayette, signed with Kentucky, then went on to South Florida. You can grab the ball, young fella.
Ball went back in backcourt. He didn't pick it up. It would have been a turnover, but it wouldn't have been a transition for Bryan Station. But they don't come up with the basket, and now the Bulldogs have it again with under 2 minutes to go.
Great look by Crutcher, just missed the shot. Got the ball inside. Good give and go.
Goes for it, can't get the basket.
Let's see if Bryan Station to capitalize here.
3-on-1 break for the defenders.
Good play.
Off to the left wing, and the fast break basket by Payne.
Good play. Simple
Chris
play.
Owens, a nice roll on that fast break, too.
3-on-1 action. He made the right decision. Good fundamental play. He wasn't looking.
All out of bounds as we near the 1 minute mark. Not ready to finish this one up. 85-21 is the score. As Bryan Station scored early and often in this one.
No doubt about it. Under a minute to go. Let's see if we can get any more excitement out of this game tonight.
3-point try, banks in. How's that? That'll work.
How about that?
Crutcher again. Banked it in.
Yes, sir.
That's still 3. Driving is Jackson
Good
Hill.
move.
Can't get the scoop shot to go, but picks up a foul on the drive to the basket, so he'll go to the line.
Crutcher's proud papa sitting right up under us.
Yeah.
Happiest guy comes in, gets some varsity minutes, scores 5 points. Can't beat that.
Got some highlights to look at tonight.
Can't beat that.
Well, the parents especially know how hard everybody works in practice, so to get a little varsity playing time at this stage is great.
It's always a joy to watch a kid have some success.
1 out of 2 for Hill at the line. Final 15 seconds of this one. I think the defenders are going to just dribble it out, it appears, and they'll have an 87-22 victory tonight over Dunbar. Final seconds count off, and there is the horn, and we have come to the end of this ball game with the final score. Bryan Station 87 and Dunbar 22. And we will take a break and begin our post-game wrap-up in just a moment here on Glycod.
Let's get real. We offer a lot of the same courses you'll find at a four-year college. But with our small classes and personal attention, you won't get lost in the crowd. College for the real world. College for your world.
Children love Head Start, and you will too. Community Action Council's prep academies are hiring now. Head Start is an early childhood education program for children from birth to age 5. Help us give more children the Head Start advantage.
Teacher, what are you waiting for?
Join our team of dedicated education professionals. Apply online today at comaction.org. What are you waiting for?
People want to define Gen Z, but that's our job.
I wait tables, but last week I built a field hospital.
I put out a forest fire. I stopped 1,000 attackers.
And a natural disaster.
I've saved lives and led a team on patrol.
I serve.
Well, I go to school full-time while I work full-time.
The greater the challenge, the stronger we become.
Would you start me on Skyway?
Are you an HVAC and refrigeration tech looking for new opportunities? Tech 24 is your single source for commercial HVAC, refrigeration, and kitchen equipment maintenance all across the country. We have exciting career opportunities with great pay and benefits in your area. To learn more, contact Brad at 864-549-8344 and check us out on the web at mytech24.com. 864-549-8344.
Home of excellent service, support, and satisfaction, Lexington Outdoor Power Equipment is your one-stop mower shop. Family owned since 1985, Lexington Outdoor offers top brands like Husqvarna, Toro, Grasshopper, and Echo. Plus, free pickup and delivery. Located just 2 miles west of Douglas High School, they're open weekdays and most Saturday mornings. For more info, stop in or visit their website at lexoutdoorpower.com. Lexington Outdoor Power Equipment, the right equipment for the right job.
For any of your window, door, and siding needs, contact the team at Elite Building Products. Their factory-certified, licensed, and insured contractors have been installing energy-efficient windows and doors for over 30 years. They also offer energy tax credits and military veteran discounts. Locally owned and open weekdays at 242 Wilson Drive, just off of the 27 bypass. For a free estimate, call 859-887-2440. Elite Building Products.
Make a bold impression when you show up in a new Kia from Cartown Kia.
Save $4,250 off a new 2024 Kia Sorento or lease for $279 down and $279 per month. And new 2024 Kia Fortes, just $229 down and $229 per month. Or save more with rates as low as 0.9%.
And don't forget our 10-year, 100,000-mile limited warranty. Give them something to talk about in a new Kia from Cartown Kia and CartownKiaUSA.com.
Tonight's post-game recap is brought to you by Cartown Kia, your dealership for unmatched design, performance, and savings at 3120 Lexington Road in Nicholasville. Visit them online at CartownKiaUSA.com.
Back at Bryan Station High School as the defenders have wrapped up a big victory, 87-22. Keith Elkins along with Sean Woods. And Sean, as we look at these numbers now, we can see the Bryan Station domination of this game. Amari Owens had 17 points for the defenders, Tayshawn Adams 11. But in watching the game, it's how they got those points. All those steals, all those turnovers converted into layups and easy baskets.
We knew that Bryan Station needed to just pose their will on this team. This team is very inexperienced. It's talking about Dunbar Bulldogs. And Bryan Station did exactly what they needed to do, how they needed to do it to make sure this game ended the way they wanted to end. You know, I'm sure Champ is going to see some things that he didn't like by them really not really keying in because they didn't feel like they really needed to. But it gave some other people opportunities to play, too. And on the other hand, Dunbar Bulldogs, George Baker just wants his kids to compete. He knows that it's going to be tough right now with some very inexperienced kids, but all you want to do is continue to get better and better and better, and the mainstay is be ready in March.
And Bryan Station moves on now with a 87-22 win tonight, of course, and moves on to the next stage, next part of their schedule. And they did it with, as we said, the pressure defense, the relentless quality of this Bryan Station team as we look over the final stats here. The defenders 37 of 66, 56% shooting tonight. Again, that a reflection of that pressure defense converting into some easy shots. Dunbar just 9 of 42 tonight from the field. And we saw them get some good looks in the first half and not be able to convert. That's part of that 9 for 42, but of course a big part of it is they were under such pressure all night long.
No doubt about it. They got some shots. If some of those shots go in, now that builds a little more confidence. But because they don't go in, you still feel like, this team is so superior than us. Watching the ball go in gives anybody confidence. Didn't go in enough for them, and this is why the score is the way it is. But the mainstay is they turned the ball over 25 times. Bryan Station only turned over 8, but that was the key to the game in order for Dunbar to have a chance to at least keep the turnovers down to at least 15 to 12.
Defenders are tough to beat on the boards, too. 43-19 rebounding advantage for Bryan Station tonight as we review the final numbers from tonight's game presented by Community Action Council, helping people and changing lives. We'll take another break here in our post-game report and come back with more from Bryan Station High School in just a minute on Glycott.
Bold impression when you show up in a new Kia from Cartown Kia.
Save $4,250 off a new 2024 Kia Sorento or lease for $279 down and $279 per month. And new 2024 Kia Fortes, just $229 down and $229 per month. Or save more with rates as low as 0.9%.
And don't forget our 10-year, 100,000-mile limited warranty. Give them something to talk about in a new Kia from Cartown Kia and CartownKiaUSA.com.
Need a tow? Martin's Peterbilt Towing Service is here 24/7. Based in London and Pikeville, we will travel to you. Commercial trucks and trailers, no job too big. Call us 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Martin's Peterbilt, keeping you rolling.
We all want our kids to grow up safe and healthy, so we show them how, and we tell them with honest conversations that let them know what we expect. That's especially important when it comes to alcohol and other drugs. Kids need to know the dangers and how to avoid them. And when it comes to pain medications, opioids, they need to know that they should never be taken without a prescription and never shared with friends or family. It's dangerous and illegal. So talk with your kids, because when you talk, they hear you.
New recruit, take advantage of our apprenticeship program. Come out of our 4-year course debt-free. With health insurance, a guaranteed pension, a degree, and an electrical license.
3 words I'd use to describe the apprenticeship are opportunity, skillful, educational,
solid career path,
rewarding, beneficial, and a brotherhood.
A life-changing opportunity.
The cost of school is free. All your books are paid for.
You go to school once every 2 weeks. All the other stuff is on-the-job training.
The teachers here are great. They're all very, very knowledgeable.
They're preparing you for what you're already seeing in the field.
If you're struggling with something in school, sometimes your fellow students can help you work through that.
Everyone's willing to help each other. It's like a big family.
I love being a part of a union, something bigger than myself. This field is so vast. You can find something that you really love to do because there is so much you can do.
I went from a job to a life-changing career.
Power up your potential with the IBEW.
Calling all football fans. Come on down to Roosters, where the wings are hot, the drinks are cold, and the good times never stop. Roosters is where you can catch all the action of the game and enjoy a delicious meal. Choose from 15 varieties of sauces. Even try our burgers, salads, and out-of-this-world pizzas. Something for everyone at Roosters. Dine in, carry out, or let us cater. Open late for the Night Owls. Visit our Richmond Road location or off Nicholasville Road by Walmart.
People want to define Gen Z, but that's our job.
I wait tables, but last week I built a field hospital.
I put out a forest fire.
I stopped 1,000 attackers.
And a natural disaster.
I've saved lives. And led a team on patrol.
I serve.
Well, I go to school full-time while I work full-time.
The greater the challenge, the stronger we become.
This segment of tonight's game is brought to you by the Kentucky Army National Guard. Serve your country while going to school or work full-time. Find your fit at nationalguard.com.
Back to Bryan Station. Bryan Station 87-22 over the Dunbar Bulldogs. And we have the most outstanding player for Bryan Station here, Amari Owens. Amari, I came here last year.
Yes, sir.
My first time I saw you. And I had heard about you, me being a college basketball coach and things like that. I'm very strategic on what I'm looking at. And you're kin to some people that I'm very close to, from your grandfather to your daddy to your uncle. So, and I put you on a different standard and a different platform because you come from good stock, and now you rated as one of the top players in the state. Tell me something. From last year to this year, where have you improved in your game?
I just think I got bigger, stronger, faster, I'm working on my jump shot still, but, we've been working on that all summer. My mid-range, defense, being a leader, all the good stuff. That's about all.
I'm a point guard, so I'm really critical on point guards, and I've been really critical on you because your upside is tremendous. And I don't cut you no slack whatsoever because I want you to get to that level. me, what I see and what Champ said is you're getting better at is trusting your teammates,
yes, sir.
Facilitating, being a better facilitator.
Yes, sir.
You know, because when you know, even though you're still a junior, you got to show people that you can make other people better. Because you can get by anybody you want to, you can get in the paint anytime you want to.
Yes,
but then when you get the defense to collapse, what are you supposed to do? Make that other play. Yes, where have you grown in that situation?
You know, my teammates just got better, so I see them work in practice, and when I'm in practice, I try to get them involved. So in the game, it just comes natural. You know, getting them open threes, open layups, lobs off the backboard. You know.
So you trust in them more.
Yes, sir.
You know what I mean? Because I'm gonna give you a little advice. In order for you guys to get to where you need to get to, you need everybody.
Yes,
you know
sir.
what I mean?
Yes,
you
sir.
can get yours, you know that. But it's your job to make everybody else better.
Yes, sir.
And if you guys get to the Sweet 16, it's not because you're scoring 30 and 40.
Yes,
it's because you got everybody else in tune to what you're doing, making shots when it's and making plays when it's their turn to make plays.
Yes, sir.
How's that starting to evolve in your eyes so far this season?
We got a big shot to go to the Sweet 16. We got all the players. You know, everybody's a dog. Everybody wants to work. Everybody wants to get better. Everybody wants what everybody else wants on the team. Everybody wants to go to state. So it's just like, you know, me trusting them more. You know, they just got to hit more shots and, you know.
Where's that trust start at? Does it start in practice? Did you see it in the game a couple, 2-3 times this year so far? How's that developing in your mind?
It starts in practice, and to be honest, if I want to win, then I'm going to have to get my teammates involved more because teams are going to start keying. They're going to start double teaming, boxing one, you know, so I just got to get my teammates involved so it come easy for me to score.
You had a solid game tonight. You guys did what you're supposed to do. And you talk about, you know, what have you gotten better at as far as your game is concerned, your jump shot and things like that. I'm going to give you a little advice.
Yes, sir.
Don't worry about it. Stop thinking about your jump shot. Just shoot it.
Yes, sir.
You know what I mean?
Yes, sir.
How you build confidence is, I want to see when I come back over here to watch you guys practice, I want to see you first in the gym and I want to see you last to leave.
Yes, sir.
You understand what I'm saying?
Yes,
if you
sir.
want to be that elite player, that's what you're going to have to do every single day.
Yes,
and I know you love this game,
yes, sir.
and I know you take everything in as a sponge.
Yes,
so if there's anything Sean Woods can tell you, continue to do that because you got everything else. What you're going to be as a college basketball player is someone like Butler is for Kentucky.
Mm-hmm.
A great on-ball physical defender, great penetrator. Now you can continue to get better at trusting your teammates, making them better. And the last thing is hitting just a wide open jump shot.
Sure.
You know what I'm saying? And you're capable of doing that.
Yes,
so
sir.
don't think about it. Don't, let that be all. Just continue to play basketball and continue to get better, man.
Yes, sir.
And no matter what everybody else says, I'm your biggest fan, but I'm going to be your toughest critic.
Yes, sir.
But I know you got it in you.
Yes,
and
sir.
I'm going to be watching you from here on out, man.
Yes,
and
sir.
good luck for the rest of the season.
Thank you.
All right.
Yes, sir.
No doubt. Amari.
For any of your window, door, and siding needs, contact the team at Elite Building Products. Their factory-certified, licensed, and insured contractors have been installing energy-efficient windows and doors for over 30 years. They also offer energy tax credits and military veteran discounts. Locally owned and open weekdays at 242 Wilson Drive, just off of the 27 bypass. For a free estimate, call 859-887-2440. Elite Building Products.
Home of excellent service, support, and satisfaction, Lexington Outdoor Power Equipment is your one-stop mower shop. Family owned since 1985, Lexington Outdoor offers top brands like Husqvarna, Toro, Grasshopper, and Echo. Plus, free pickup and delivery. Located just 2 miles west of Douglas High School, they're open weekdays and most Saturday mornings. For more info, stop in or visit their website at lexoutdoorpower.com. Lexington Outdoor Power Equipment, the right equipment for the right job.
A new year means next level math, but even the best teachers can't always provide the personal attention each child needs. Mathnasium has a solution to help any student excel. Our caring, highly trained instructors use a range of teaching modes that ensure true foundational understanding. We're not about rote memorization. The Mathnasium method develops the critical thinking and problem-solving skills they need to succeed, with the option to learn face-to-face online at home or face-to-face at one of our 1,000 neighborhood learning centers. Mathnasium, we're changing lives through math.
Let's get real. With us, you'll get a great education that can lead to a great career faster. Even better, you won't end up with crippling debt. College for the real world. College for your world.
At Don Franklin, we're about more than just selling cars. We're about families, generations of them.
Founded by my parents in 1968,
we've been here growing alongside you. From the first family cart to the newest model for the next generation, our values of trust, care, and commitment are in every handshake, every deal. With over 5,000 vehicles to choose from, check them all out at DonFranklinAuto.com. Don Franklin, driven by family.
Central Kentucky Driving School is raising the bar in driver education because the safety of their students is too important for anything less. Offering driver training for teens and adults, Central Kentucky Driving School will equip you with the skills needed to become a safe and confident driver. A proud community partner, Central Kentucky Driving School invests in their students and families and guides you every step of the way. For more information, give them a call at 859-538-7775 or visit drivecky.com. This segment of tonight's game is brought to you by Central Kentucky Driving School, raising the bar in driver education. Man of War Harley-Davidson, 100% Kentucky owned and operated. And by Don Franklin Auto, driven by family.
Back at Bryan Station High School, Keith Elkins along with Dunbar coach George Baker. Tonight, coach, a decisive defeat as far as the numbers are concerned, but I know you were looking for progress from your team. What did you see?
Saw the same thing you saw.
Well,
nah, man, it's a learning experience for the boys. It's a learning experience for Coach Baker, and the only thing we can do is just keep plugging away. Like, you know, you look at this and you want to be discouraged. I can't sit here and tell you I'm not mad. I'm not angry. I probably won't sleep tonight, but we get the boys off tomorrow and come back to the drawing board on Sunday, probably have a heart-to-heart talk and see where we need to go as a team, have a little open floor discussion, and just get better, man. Now, as I say that, hats off to Coach, man. Coach Champ, he's been doing this for a long time, and he's one of the best in the state at it. So we just went up against one of the best coaches, one of the best teams in the state of Kentucky, right? So to be on the floor with him, to be on the floor with them, all we could do is learn from it.
Well, we remarked in the first half, it looked like you had some patience on offense and got some decent looks, but just couldn't get the ball to fall. Mm-hmm. And then, of course, things tend to snowball when that happens because you got a team that can run back down the floor and score on you pretty quickly.
Not only is Bryan Station offensively talented, they play hard on defense. They play hard all over the floor. They shrink the court with their size. They shrink the court with their speed and their aggression. So it was hard for us to even get shots off. Even when we got right around the basket, they were flying around. I think we got a couple blocked. They're putting pressure on us in the back court. The pressure still remains down in the front court. So, you know, they're a veteran team. I think they got 7 seniors. They got a heck of a coach. So, again, it'll be us learning. As I say that, I plan on being here till they put me 6 feet under. So hopefully Coach Liggins up here at some point talking about how I kicked his butt. But tonight, you know, they were the better team, and I've got a ton of respect for Bryan Station, dating all the way back to the Jerron Brown, Mike Allen days. So, again, Dunbar will learn from this, and we'll keep going.
Well, it's always tough to reflect right after a game like this ends, but as you get the day off and then get back with your players, back to work, and as you said, this will be one of the better teams that you'll see, so there's certainly a chance to build on that.
No matter who we play, no matter who's on the schedule, it could be Bryan Station, it could be Harrison County next week, or Lexington Catholic. Dunbar has to take care of Dunbar, right? We've worked on execution for months now. We've worked on our conditioning for months now. And everything that we've been working on, you didn't see tonight because our players got flustered. Coach Baker got flustered. I'm man enough to look in the mirror and say, I need to be better. As a team, we need to be better. So back to the drawing board on Sunday.
Well, I think you got a lot to build on. Your athletes are playing hard for you, and that's a start.
That's all we can ask for, man.
That's the foundation. Well, thanks so much for coming up and visiting with us.
Are you guys going to sponsor my dinner tonight, or do I have to pay for that on my own?
Oh, is this a free post-game guest meal, you mean?
I mean, just some wings or something, man.
Oh,
Take care of me or something.
Well, I'm waiting for the delivery, I think, on that.
I got to go home, man. Y'all let me know when it shows up.
All right. Well, thanks so much for joining us.
Absolutely. You guys have a good one.
We'll have Sean Wood step back in and join us. And thanks again to Coach Baker for being with us tonight, and we'll continue with our post-game business here tonight from Bryan Station as we go to the most outstanding players. And we will take a look at our most outstanding players for tonight, Sean. And tonight's most outstanding players are presented by Elite Building Products, locally owned and committed to providing top-quality products for your next home project. Visit EliteKentucky.com or stop by their Nicholasville showroom at 242 Wilson Drive. Our earlier guest was Amari Owens of Bryan Station, so he's our choice for the defenders.
Well, as we said before, from a Dunbar standpoint, I'm not going to give one player an outstanding deal. I'm going to just chop it up to the whole team for just competing, not quitting, being undersized, undermanned, the whole 9 yards, knowing that they were coming into a buzzsaw today. And for them to just get out of here with their head hanging out saying, we gave you everything we got, we didn't quit, you're just that much better than us. I got to make sure that everybody on that team gets their kudos for that.
Those are our outstanding players tonight. We'll take a look now at our upcoming schedule brought to you by New Vista. They see the good ahead. On Glycod on Thursday, December 12th, we'll have North Bullitt at South Oldham from the Louisville area. And then on Friday the 13th, a 5:45 start with a girls-boys doubleheader, Central at Manual. And then at 7:30 on Friday night, girls Henry Clay at Douglas, boys Gallatin County at Anderson County. And Southern Indiana game for you, a boys matchup of Floyd Central and New Albany in Indiana high school basketball, which Sean Woods is very familiar with and has a great spot in his heart as he played his high school ball in Indianapolis. Saturday, December 14th, Anderson County at South Oldham, a girls matchup at 1:30. And then 5:30, I believe you and I are back for this one at Bryan Station, Eastern at Bryan Station. Of course, schedules are subject to change. We invite you to check in at glycod.com and also subscribe to our YouTube channel and catch up on all the high school basketball action in Central Kentucky and the Louisville area and also in Southern Indiana. So that will do it for us for tonight. For Sean Woods and for our producer Jackson Miller and for our camera operator John Strange, I'm Keith Elkins. Thanks very much for joining us. Again, the final score tonight, it was Bryan Station 87 and Dunbar 22. Good night from Glycod.
From Glycod, this has been Central Kentucky High School Basketball. Presented by Bluegrass Community and Technical College. College for the real world. College for your world. Tonight's game was brought to you by Cartown Kia in Nicholasville. Movement that inspires. IBEW Local 369. Power up your potential. Mathnasium of East and West Lexington. Changing lives through math. Roosters, a fun, casual place for wings and more. Martin's Peterbilt of Central Kentucky. Community Action Council. New Vista. Tech 24. Lexington Outdoor Power Equipment. And Fast Signs.
For schedule information about our upcoming broadcasts, visit our website, glicod.com, Facebook and Twitter @Glycod. We thank you for tuning into this live sports presentation